Hey friends, welcome to Andy's Audio Crap, where we talk about audio in all of its crappy glory. Let's talk about the Audio Technica AT-LP-120 today. This player came in for service. It wasn't making the correct sounds, and this is why. Usually I check that like right off the bat when somebody says it's not making the correct sound. I just didn't have time this time, so I just took it and left. This one came in at the same time, same pickup, not the same customer. This one here had so much tar built up on it that it could barely run. So it has a new belt. It's been thoroughly cleaned, re-lubed, and just an absolute beauty, and works as it should. This thing here is an 80s, and this here is only a couple of years old. Now, this here is really pretty much an entry level in the 80s. A little bit better than an entry level. You were buying Technics for the brand pretty much, because Sony had some stuff that was pretty good at this time frame. So did Dual, and they all competed. They all had these plastic fantastic versions, but this one's isolation is just absolutely killer good for its price point at the time. Okay, enough talking about this one. Two guys walk into a bar, or let's just say actually two guys are walking into a stereo shop, and they see both of these here, this one being brand new, this one being vintage. I would tell that person, if they have to go chase toddlers, like to play with Legos, do cleaning while they're listening, lose track of time, forget to go get their turntable, this one's not your choice. And that's the exact reason. You see how it's just sitting there running. Now it will sit there and run until the cows come home. It actually will never stop until the power is cut to it. So you'll see it in the song. It's going to go to the center here, and it's just going to sit. So why would they make a turntable that does this? Well, a lot of the entry-level turntables nowadays do this, and that is because they expect you to really sit and enjoy the music. You know, you're engaged, it's a listening experience, and you're going to be here to lift the tone arm. Okay, now as far as the mechanisms to lift the tone arm, because this is direct drive, which is a key feature, let's talk about direct drive for just a second. That red light means it's quartz locked. Quartz locked means it's sitting on 33 1/3, which is absolutely perfect. This one over here, not going to be the case so much. The entry-level Audio Technicas and really anything Crosley is going to just suck butt at keeping time. As the belt ages, as different things wear, as the electronics age, it's going to need the potentiometers moved in it. And they do have spots, like on the bottom of this one, you can dial it in a little bit more, but you know, take the record off or take the scope off, you can turn it over, turn it a little bit, put everything back together, test it again, and you go back and forth. And you know, if the potentiometer on your stereo is really sensitive, you're going to be doing that for a little bit until you get it perfect, and then the moment you get it perfect, your belt's going to wear out and you're going to have to do it all over again. Okay, so let's not do that. We're going to avoid that. We're not going to do that. We're just going to buy this because it has quartz. Okay, now I completely lost track of what I was talking about, so I'm just going to continue to drive forward. I don't remember what I was talking about. This is like the fourth take that I've made on this, trying to do a review of this, because I've been waiting to do a review on one so long. Like, they come through all the time for repair here and there, but I've never stopped to do a video. I love them. I think these things are awesome. They came along at the exact time, almost the exact year, that Technics stopped doing the 1200, and they look a lot like the 1200, right? And there's Stanton does one, Stanford, whatever. They do one like this, but this just doesn't look like the 1200. There's a couple of them that actually have the DJ feel to them. And that's what this is. This is really a DJ turntable. Somebody who's going to be on top of this turntable, tending to it, so that when it does get to the center, you raise it and call it good and remove the stylus from the record. Now, as far as like how, we were talking about like the drive, right? The direct drive. So when they're direct drive like this, so you either have to build a mechanism to harness the motion of the direct drive to move this, or you have to put an extra motor in here. In essence though, you're creating a bunch of complexity and extra gizmos to go wrong. Now in these, it does have a big sprocket gear in here that transfers power from the motor that's way over here. So you got a belt driven motor way over here. You got a sprocket on the spindle. That spindle sprocket's moving this big sprocket. This big sprocket's moving mechanisms in here to manage removing this from the record. Yeah, it's that long a story. So they're keeping it simple. And this is kind of the case. No, it's not kind of, it is pretty much run-of-the-mill case for a lot of the newer turntables that have come out, because extra complexities create extra problems, extra weight, things that go wrong. Yeah, and 9 times out of 10, you know, folks nowadays are not going to open it up and try and work on it. They're just going to return it. And so if you go out to eBay on any given day, the Audio-Technica LP-60, which is the entry-level turntable, which does have automatic start, automatic return, you see these things on eBay all day long going for like 50, 60 bucks. And it's obviously off of a return pallet from Amazon or Walmart or Target or wherever the heck they got the return pallet. You know, it's got the, you know, half of the box is gone because they had to remove the labels from it, and it got returned. And I bought a couple of those, and every time it's something silly, stupid. I've bought it as, you know, a parts repair. It's always been something just super easy to fix, and so I'll fix it and then I'll turn around and use it for a minute and sell it. I really need to buy one and keep one, but you know, if it sits around for a couple of weeks, I'm just gonna go ahead and sell it. Anyways, story aside, these things are awesome. They took the place of the 1200. Audio-Technica has seen us record folk through some really dismal times. Back in the 2010s, nobody was buying records, and Audio-Technica, not nobody, but you get what I mean, right? It's like, it's just a valley in the graph of record sales, and they kept making them. They just kept making the 60, they kept making the 120, and only a couple of other manufacturers really continued to make turntables, and everybody just kept bowing out. And then comes along, you know, MP3 and streaming and all this other stuff, and then CDs started to go away. Tapes had already gone. Everybody abandoned tapes pretty quick, didn't they? All right, so what it boils down to is that I love Audio-Technica for them staying true to those of us who enjoy records. And when time came for them to ramp up and start producing turntables as fast as they could, they did, and they were well positioned to do so. And that's why them and Crosley and a couple of others, those turntable manufacturers, are why we have so many record options from modern artists today. Otherwise, I doubt anybody would be pressing those. So big thank you to Audio-Technica. You know what this is all about now, so if you're somebody who can sit here and tend to it, or at least remember that it might be just sitting here spinning like it is right now, buy one. They're awesome. Support Audio-Technica. They supported us. They did an awesome job. They still do an awesome job, but as far as like, yeah, so their quality isn't really there. And I'll show you. I think I did it on a prior take, but maybe I'll do it on this take. the video here. Yeah. Barely touching it. That's bad. That one doesn't do that. So, yeah, take the good with the bad, right? For the price point, I would say, you know, probably look at Andover as well. Look a couple of videos back or a couple of videos forward. Andover is another manufacturer. They're new to the market, and you can damn near drop a hammer on theirs and it will not thump. And I think it's a little bit cheaper. And again, doesn't have stop or auto return or anything like that. But beggars cannot be choosers. All right, thanks for watching. Have a good day, and we'll see you on the next one.